Here we are. It is Sunday night, and we are live. It is time for all of us, in the midst of our busy lives, our jobs at home, mom and dad, to take a little break in the islands together with this awesome community. It really is. We have so much to talk about tonight, and there have been so many of you waiting in the waiting room. I'm going to start it early. I did. Everyone, please, as we get started tonight, say hello to us, tell us where you're from, and know a couple of things. First off, I will try my best to respond to each and every one of you, but as people join, it gets crazy. It does. I can't keep up. The comments move so fast, but I will do my best. If you have a question, then type in question, the word question, and then your question, and we will try to answer it. Although there's a lot of gray area right now. There is. The announcement on Friday afternoon has left a lot of people with a lot of questions, including me. So know that if you ask a question, a fellow Islander may answer it before I do. I'll still see it, but we're here to help each other. If you're new here, let us know as well. As I see the comments already going, we're going to get this thing started. First question I want to ask you, and I hope I don't upset some of you, who has a 3-day weekend? Who's off work Monday? Amanda and I are both off work Monday, and I'm excited. So really, this is like my Saturday, right? This is my Saturday. I love it. Let's see what we've got here. Boy, there's a lot of people here. And be sure, as you enter, let's please hit that like button. There are people looking for things to watch right now on YouTube. You know how it is. You do. The more likes we have, of course, the more people will see this video. So let's say hello. Let me scroll up here. Got to say hi to Steve first. Steve was here. It was early, Steve. I was online about 10 minutes before, had the setup ready 10 minutes before. You were already here. William's here. Paul's here. We've got a lot. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. Lynn, Richard, Rhonda from Arkansas, where I'm from as well. How about them Hogs, by the way? Hog basketball. I like it. Jason's here from Milton, Florida. Moonlight Adventures from Virginia. Jeffrey's here from Michigan. One time I would like to just mark off the states. I really would like to see how many states are represented because there's a lot. Every single Sunday, there's a ton. Kendra is here from Texas, of course. Raymond and Lynn. Paul from Kansas City, Missouri. I know Charles is here. There he is right there from Kansas City, Missouri as well. Gina is here. From Texas. Raymond, of course, from Michigan. Yep. Deidre from Nevada. How about that? Anywhere around Vegas, Deidre? Never been to Vegas. Never been. Amanda and I have never been. I don't know how we need to go. Hello, Jen. Hello. Tren is here. I'm selling with Tren and with Charles in what? 4 days? This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 days. 4 days. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. The Z Show is here, of course. From Texas, Mary from Oklahoma, Michael, hello Derek, and all you fellow Islanders, Mike in Alabama. There's another state we haven't mentioned yet. Rose is here from Florida, and Anthony as well. Chris from Louisiana, Mike and Michelle will be here from Louisiana as well. Corey from Colorado, there's another one. Tony, I'm on the big screen. I don't know if I look good on the big screen. Well, I can tell you I don't, because I don't look good on the small screen either, but I appreciate that so much. And there goes my screen. I can tell you that already. Let's see if it updates here. It is. There it is. Charles, thank you so much for that super chat. And I usually don't mention super chats very much, but I'm telling you, the week before a cruise, all of you know how it goes the week before a cruise. You're 4 days before a cruise. You're packing. You're getting ready. You're starting to think about your budget. The night before, are we going to go out and have a few drinks? When we get on board the ship, of course, we're leaving out of Galveston. Cheers doesn't kick in. You're responsible for your own drink. So I'm already thinking, how much do I want to drink the first day? Because I'm going to have cheers after. And then, of course, things like the casino and things like that. And there goes my screen again. Charles, thank you for that. My point is, I'm budgeting. These super chats will help me. I'll be honest with you tonight, okay? I always am, but I will tell you tonight, unless you tell me that your super chat goes to Amanda, which, trust me, she takes that money, trust me. Trina, there's another one, and David as well. Thank you so much. Checking in tonight on the Liberty. Trina, use that trick It will work. I know it will work. We've proven it time and time again. And there's David. I'm glad David could join. I appreciate that so much. From Kansas, Colby, Kansas for the night. You never know where David's going to be. You don't. I'll scroll back up here in a second, everybody. Lido Tito. That's Mike, everybody. Mike and Michelle. Mike, I appreciate that. You just you bought me, I guess, a fish bowl. But yeah, there's my fish bowl right there. My first one for Thursday, 4 days from now. I appreciate that so much, Mike. Moonlight Adventures. You just made my screen go crazy. You did. Have one on Josh and Chastity from Moonlight Adventures. I appreciate that so much. I'm feeling good. My goodness, we're 6 minutes in. We're still saying hello to everybody. There's a lot of people here. And while I catch up and we get this thing going here, I want to ask, well, first let me tell you this. There's an anomaly on the website, the CDC website. I've been looking at this. So listen to this. Hear me out 1 second. Cruise ships who have opted in to the new CDC program still stands at 110. 110 cruise ships. There are 0 cruise ships who've opted out, which they can't opt out. There's 0 ships, the vaccination standard of excellence. But there's 109 highly vaccinated ships. That means it's the same thing we've been cruising with. 95% vaccinated passengers and crew. There's 109. We have a missing cruise ship. 110 are in the program. 109 are this highly vaccinated category. Where's the other ship? Where is it? It's disappeared. We're going to see what happens. We'll talk more about the program here in just a little bit. After I say hello to everybody, there's a lot. Let's see. Scroll up. Goodness gracious, it's busy. It is. Here we go. Anthony from Florida. Chris from Louisiana. Corey from Colorado. Hello from Louisiana. Tapping on the phone, watching on the big screen. That's where we left off right there. Nathan is here. Jen and Gina, of course, is here. Joseph from Auburn, Alabama. How about that? Judy's here. Hello, Judy, of course, from Texas. John from Wichita Falls. William is here from Mississippi. How about that? I had a lady that I work with. Her daughter just committed to Ole Miss today, or committed. She was on a visit. She's going to go to Ole Miss. So how about that? Julie's here. Ray, Candace, of course, Charles. Charles is here. Rita, Little Rock on the island. You're not far away. Jeffrey's got a question on lanyards. Yes, let me know your question on lanyards. We will answer that question for sure. Question, so what do you do to get ready for a live show? That's a good question. Lido Tito, that is a great question. So it starts really during the day. You can ask, Amanda can confirm this. During the day, I'm thinking about, okay, we've got about an hour here. How much do I want to cover of cruise news versus interacting, answering questions, things like that? And as we've gone along really with this, I've tried to cover cruise news less and less. You guys get that content from me almost every day. And so it's one time a week that we can belly up to the table here and talk together and interact together. So I really try to make this as interactive as I can without talking about the news. But our conversation is driven a lot of times by the news. So it starts during the day. I do my prep work, and then about 6:30 Central Time, so 90 minutes before I start, it's heads down. Amanda gets the kids, and they're on lockdown. They leave me alone. And then I really try to hash out just some things to discuss or talk about, because you never know how much of this is going to be driven from the Islanders here versus things that sometimes I want to find out. I'm going to ask some things today that I'm curious about. And so it's and then when it gets about 7 o'clock, I start getting antsy. About 7:20, 7:30, I test all my technology. You guys can see I don't use just the standard YouTube platform to go live. I use an app called Streamlabs OBS. So I kick off that program. It usually has an update. And then I start my Streamlabs OBS about 15 minutes till. And I start to see who's here early, how many people do we have. And the last thing I do before we kick off, I turn music on, but I look at cruise news real quick. It's the last thing I do before I start recording a video during the week. It's the last thing I do before I start this, is look really quick. Is there anything that has just breaking news, and you guys know how the world is. A lot of times there is. So, yep. So that's my Lito Tito. That's my day in the life right there. My Sundays, my prep work. So, Candace, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wanda from Richmond, Texas. So many here. Again, please smash that like button. I would love to get to 100 plus likes tonight. We are at 51 already, 10 minutes in. Can we get to 100? We need to start keeping these numbers as a goal. You guys know how that is. Mary Treats is in Galveston, and I will be in Galveston in 3 days. That's assuming that it doesn't ice here. There is some winter weather chances, but I'll get out of here somehow. Corey's got to work tomorrow. Rodney's off of work. Beth from Pennsylvania. Rhonda, I have to work tomorrow. So a lot of people have to work. I thought a lot of people would be off. Long Island, New York is in the house. DS. Jason is here halfway through a 2-week notice. Guess it won't hurt to have a 3-day weekend. Jason, you're exactly right about that. You've got the right attitude there. Julie's from Texas. Lindsay from Orlando. Lito Tito working but leaving Thursday for the Mardi Gras. Mike and Michelle going to be on the Mardi Gras for Mardi Gras. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be an experience. I know that. I can't wait to hear what all they do there. There's got to be some special things. Charles, can I borrow some money to send a super chat? I like that, David. I do. Amanda, of course, she's hopped on. I see that. I do. Let's scroll down a little bit. Corey, question. Selling on the Mardi Gras March the 12th. When is the earliest we can access the hallways to decorate our door? Corey, if you are platinum or diamond, you can access the hallway when you board. And there's a little pushback right now because of COVID. But if you are diamond or platinum, they will let you go to your room. The hallway may be a mess. There may be crates of towels, things like that. But if you're diamond or platinum, you can get there when you board. If you're not diamond or platinum, you have to wait till 1:30. And this is assuming this is Carnival here we're talking about. Other cruise lines, it's different times. But yes, 1:30 at the latest. And have at it, absolutely. Adrian coming down to my Panorama cruise, 6 days, elite Mexican Caribbean. Memphis, Tennessee's in the house. Memphis is not far away, 2 hours away. I love it. Panorama is going to be great. Those West Coast ships, the capacity's low. If you're looking for low capacity right now and you can travel, you've got points or something like that, get to the West Coast because that's where it's at most definitely. Let's see. Fred's new subscriber. Fred, it's great to see you here. Glad that you're here from San Diego, California, one of the most beautiful places in the country. Glad that you're here. Appreciate you being here. Amanda, she's on. She ran upstairs for a second. And she handed me a bottle of water. I've had coughing fits here lately. It's not COVID, I can tell you that. At least that we know of. Raymond, we did it 3 times and it worked every time. That's awesome. That trick, it really does work. Up to 63 likes already. I appreciate that. Not even a quarter of the way in. 63 likes. That is awesome. Let's see. To reach out to see what kind of deal you can get me, JNS. What is your email? Absolutely. JNS, who's always here. We appreciate your friendship and what you offer to the community. You're always great. Question from Nathan. Has there been any update on Grand Cayman? I know the ban expires 2/28. Nathan, you are spot on there. That's the latest we have. There have been serious talks from all cruise lines. What we've seen actually from Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and NCL is a combined, collaborated effort. Literally, representatives on video calls and traveling to Grand Cayman to meet with the government to try to say, let us in. And they're not fighting each other. They're just trying to get in. Nathan, we cruise March the 19th. On the Carnival Dream. It's supposed to go to Grand Cayman. As of now, we're set to go there. We will see what happens. I would think we would hear something this week, because port workers have to be ready. They're in Grand Cayman. And so, yeah, the ban expires 2/28, but we'll see what happens with that. Chris has got a question as well. My 7-year-old is vaccinated but not eligible for booster. Does she test 3 days out or just 2? And thank you, Chris, for pointing out that is a Carnival cruise there. So she's vaccinated but not eligible for booster. That's okay. She only has to take her test 2 days out. That's it. 2 days before you leave, she can take the test the same time as you take your test, and you will be just fine. Let's see. Elias here from Virginia. Let's see. Carnival Sensation, yes. Fred, the Carnival Sensation is officially gone. She's going to be scrapped. She was purchased for $11 million. I worked with a crew member that was on the Sensation. They just got off. A lot of crew members just got off the Sensation. She's in Miami right now, or she was as of yesterday. And like 70% of the staff got off and either got on other ships, or the crew member that helped me with some pictures of the Sensation actually flew to Great Britain to get on the Spirit. And the Spirit's making the transatlantic right now. It's a crazy scenario, but yes, the Sensation is gone. We have a tribute video to her, and it's awesome. It really is. I had to record it twice, though. I did. The first time I recorded it, it felt like an obituary. I felt like I was like, I don't want it to feel like that. This is the end, but I want it to be better than that. So I re-recorded it, and it's better the second time. I hope you like it. Jeffrey, question website to order lanyards. Jeffrey, our PayPal is in the description of this video here and all of our videos. And we don't sell it on our spread shop. Our spread shop URL is also in the description of this video and all of our videos. But we sell the lanyards ourselves. Our spread shop, I love them to death. They have great products. I've got a hat on for my spread shop. I've got my shirt on. Our most popular item is this oatmeal colored shirt, but they just could not beat our lanyards and what we've done with our lanyards. So, Jeffrey, my PayPal's down there. If you'll send me $12 per lanyard, however many you want, that includes shipping. I will mail them out. You usually get them relatively quick. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, here's our lanyard. I'll show it to you really quick. It's two-sided. It's got our logo twice. It's got subscribe to our YouTube channel. It says "Come Be an Islander." It's got a plastic clasp that is strong. I'm telling you, I'm tugging on that thing, but it's easy to unclick that thing. Your sign and sell card, of course, is right there on a metal clasp that closes 100%, and you can unhook it and use it to put it in the slot machine, use it to get in your door, use it to slide it across that alchemy bar, and you don't have to take the whole thing, off of your head. So that's what Jeffrey's asking about right there, and that is what it is for sure. Gail, it's good to see you here. Steve, wonder if it's a sensation when they opted in and now it's being scrapped. Maybe so. Maybe that's kind of the anomaly right there is the Sensation's not going to sell, so maybe that's the one missing cruise ship. I just saw that when I mentioned that I look for cruise news just before I always go live or record. That's literally what I did. Like at 7:57 my time, I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? So I haven't had a chance to look at what's going on there, but I will find it. You guys know that. Most definitely. Let's see. What did I miss in the testing requirements at San Juan? Itinerary for Mardi Gras, December 17th was changed yesterday. No Puerto Rico, now Nassau. The same thing happened to Mike and Michelle, who are going on the Mardi Gras next week. Yeah, they're not going to Puerto Rico anymore. It's now Nassau. San Juan has been one of those ports that have they've had some extra protocols, and they're trying to line things out. I think they're closer now. Fred, you might be right. It might be the Sensation. You guys have figured it out, I think. I like it. Corey, question, why San Juan not allowing cruise ships again without more testing? That's just kind of their protocol to allow testing. And I'll be honest with you, Grand Cayman, before they started negotiating again with cruise lines about 10 days ago, Grand Cayman wanted every passenger who visited the island, of course it's, you got to use the water shuttles, the tender shuttles, to be tested. And the cruise lines have fought that and said, no, we don't want to test. We don't want to test all of our passengers. It's already a water shuttle port, which cuts into our day anyway as passengers. And so that's the same case with San Juan, is just they're just being strict right now with their protocols. So second question, I can't believe I have to ask, what is the drink of the show tonight? Tonight, I'll be honest with you, I've got 3 waters up here. It's water. It is water. Going hard tonight. Last night, Amanda and I had a babysitter. Thank you, in-laws. And Amanda and I went out last night after I refereed a final of a district tournament here in the state of Arkansas. It was a huge honor to be asked to do that. Probably 2,500 people there. I was yelled at for about 4 straight hours. I needed a drink. So Amanda and I went out late last night after 8 o'clock. That's late for us. And I had my fill. I can tell you that last night. So today, It's water. And Mike, I know that's upsetting, and I will do better next weekend. I can promise you that. I'll have something good next weekend. And I'll be on the cruise next Sunday. Next Sunday, I'll be on the cruise. I'll go live. How about this? I'll go live. We can do that from cruise. We can have a live show from the cruise. I might be blurry. Okay, I'll be blurry as can be, probably. But we'll do a live show next week from the cruise. Charles can do that with me next week. Amanda, hopefully, is coming upstairs. I know Jax, our youngest, took a late nap, but hopefully she'll be up here in just a little bit. Let's catch up here. Keep on going. Oh, it just jumped around. Let's scroll up. Fred, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that so much. You're welcome for the check-in tip. You're going to be first on board. How awesome is that? It really is. It's still hidden. You know, that video it's one of our most popular videos, but still people watch it. Almost daily I'll get a comment about, hey, I've never seen this. I appreciate this. So it is pretty cool. Let's see. I need to ask you a question while I catch up as well. Let's do this. Charles and I and Trin are leaving on a 4-day cruise in 4 days. I will fly out Wednesday morning, Southwest Airlines, flying into Houston Hobby. I will use Galveston Saltwater Moms for transportation from Hobby, the 40-minute drive to Galveston. We will be at Willie G's. We're staying at Harbor House. You're going to see it. I'm going to go live. You guys know that. We're going on a 4-day cruise. I used to think 4-day cruises were insane. I used to wonder, why would someone go on a 4-day cruise? They're wasting their time. You just get on the ship, you unpack your stuff, and it's time to get off. I took my first 4-day cruise last October, and I was proven wrong. First off, to have a dream class ship like the Breeze as a 4-day ship and a 5-day ship, it alternates 4 and 5, 4 and 5, is amazing. It's not the ecstasy, it's not the sensation, nothing against those ships at all. It's a huge, nice ship. And it was almost like a long weekend, a Thursday through a Monday. I was proven wrong. And I thought, oh, the best staff won't be on this 4 and 5-day ship. There's no way. Carnival puts them on the 6, 7, 8-day ships. No, I was proven wrong again. Oh, there won't be as many comedy shows. Proven wrong. Playlist Productions will probably have 1 show. Proven wrong. The cruise director is probably a newbie. Proven wrong. Cookie, he was on vacation in October. He's back now. We'll have cousin Cookie. I'm telling you guys, how many have? I'm asking you, how many have been on a 4-day ship? Okay, let us know. If you have not, is there a reason why you have not been on a 4-day ship? It may have been the same reasons I just shared with you, but I have to ask you because I've come to love, even though I've been on 1, now it would be 2. I've come to love these 4-day cruises, these long weekends, a couple times a year. Let me know what you think right there and what you've done. Deanna, question, can you give me a rough estimate on saltwater moms and what they charge? I can. Deanna, if you fly into Houston Hobby, it's $65 to Galveston. They'll take you to your hotel. They'll take you to the port, wherever you're going, $65. I think there's one mom, because they're retired teachers and stay-at-home moms. There's one mom who has a big, huge SUV, like a Yukon, and she might charge $70. And then from Bush, if you're flying into Bush, I think it's $90 or $95. I don't usually fly into Bush, but I've seen their signage on their Facebook page so many times. I think it's $90 or $95. Look, they have a Facebook page, Galveston Saltwater Moms. They are awesome. They really are. I've used them I don't know how many times now. They are on time every time. I saw a post last night of someone's supposed to land at 10 a.m. They didn't land till like 11:30 p.m. They picked them up 11:30 p.m., didn't charge them extra. They're awesome. They really are. 34 days until the Mardi Gras. That is awesome, Jason. I want to try the West Coast cruise. Derek, have you coasted on a West Coast cruise? We have not. We want to. I really want to go to Alaska from the West Coast. Maybe that'll happen this year. I don't know. Deidre, so excited. We're doing Carnival Panorama March the 5th for celebration. That's going to be awesome. Still deciding if we should try the Cheers package this time. Deidre, I would try it. I really would. If you drink 5 drinks, then you break even. Okay? 5 drinks during the day, you pretty much break even, and you can do that. A couple, if you have 1 at breakfast, 2 at breakfast, some when you're laying out in the sun. Before dinner, have a couple of cocktails. At dinner, you have one or two. And then after dinner at a comedy show or in the theater, you have one or two. You'll get your money's worth, I promise. Besides the Cokes and the coffees and the Powerade, Gatorade, the Starbucks drinks, the Monster drinks, all of that stuff is included as well. Yep. Let me catch up because I am way behind. Going on the Freedom March 20th. Christy, that's going to be awesome. So that's our spring break week. We're cruising the Dream March the 19th. Anthony, I'm set to sell March 18th on the Paradise. How about that? Gina, yep, I see that. Steve is a sensation. The 110th ship, you might be right. Love the Spirit. Glad it's back. Exactly. Yeah, the Spirit's going to be back for a period of time. We'll see how it goes here, if it goes back to Australia or not. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, Amanda. I coughed because I yelled at the camera. I talked too loud. I know that, but that's okay. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be here. You guys know that. Jen headed on her first back-to-back. How about that on the Miracle 320 and 324? That's going to be a blast, Jen. That's a bucket list for me. We've never done that. He's not yelling. I'm passionate. I like that. And Trent's laughing because Trent knows that it's true. So is Charles. Russ G. Hunter from North Carolina, hello. Hope you're doing well. We are going 2 days early, Raymond says. I like it. I could talk a little bit quieter. You're right. That would help my voice. But I'm too excited. I am. Here we go. Oh, Moonlight is on the Spirit March 21st. How about that? Please share. And this goes not just for Moonlight, but all of you. When you cruise, be sure you are on our Facebook page and you share your adventures, share pictures of the ships, especially the Spirit. A lot of us don't know much about the Spirit because it's usually in Australia, but I'd love to see some of your pictures. David, I like that. I do. Partially deaf in the right ear. Oh, it's funny. It is. Jeremy, thank you so much for that. Selling Vista on March the 19th. So we are too. Yeah. Jeremy, we are selling. Yeah, we're going on that. We are selling the Vista March 19th as well, Jeremy. You're going to meet us. You're going to see us for a full week. We are staying at Harbor House. We are not staying at Harbor House, though, and we usually do. But Amanda has to work Friday. She cannot take off the day before spring break. Her school will not let her. So we're leaving here like at 4. It's an 8-hour drive. And Harbor House, it's like $300 that night. So we're not going to stay there that night, but we will be there early. And Jeremy, we'll see you on board. We'll see you the entire week. Thank you so much for that super chat. That means a lot to us. It really does. Let's talk about March 19th really quick, and really the news from Friday. As of now, we're taking our kids. Although my in-laws, okay. Usually we got to man up and ask the in-laws, hey, will you watch our kids while we cruise? And they're good about it. They do. They do it a couple of times a year. But we thought, you know what? They just watched them in December for a 10-year anniversary, late December. Let's not ask them. We'll take the kids. And then just yesterday, my father-in-law said, we'd keep the kids for you if you wanted us to keep the kids while you guys cruise. And I'm like, well, I was kind of excited to bring the kids, but they're cruising in June. They could wait, right? Jeremy, do y'all have kids going? Let me know. Anyway, it's interesting because we're waiting on exemptions. But now Jax can for sure go. My youngest is 2. And if you're under the age of 5, you don't need an exemption anymore, which I have all kinds of questions about. For instance, if I was just taking a child under 5, can I now get off the ship and roam, as I want to, or do I still have to take bubble excursions because they're unvaccinated? I mentioned Friday and in my video Saturday, there's still smoke in the air, there's still dust in the air. We're waiting for things to settle down and waiting for some of these questions to take place. My oldest is 6 and not vaccinated, so we're gonna have to take bubble excursions. There's not a lot listed right now, but there's a lot of questions going on for sure. But there's going to be more exemptions available for kids ages 6 through 12 because kids under 5 don't need it anymore. So that's going to be cool. Jeremy, I can't wait to sail with you. It's going to be a great week. The Vista is a beautiful ship. If for some reason my in-laws keep the kids, we're probably going to get Havana again. We had Havana in July last year. It was unbelievable. So we'll see. If they demand to watch the kids, I'm not going to stop them from watching the kids. I can tell you that. Let's scroll back up here. My screen went crazy there for a second. Here we go. Michael, I'm assigned a new ship out of Jacksonville in September, waiting on my room number and booking number. Hopefully they'll have that in the next 10 days. I actually saw Tracy, my PvP, post something. They should have that very, very soon. So hopefully they do. Alaska Cruise, Holland America versus Princess. Which one is better? I have a friend who cruises. Amanda Jordan Benson is who I'm talking about, referencing here. He's cruised to Alaska 3 or 4 times. He swears up and down by Princess. He does, and it's almost spoiled him to the fact that that's almost all he will cruise now. Of course, Don with Don's Family Vacations he's a Princess fan as well. Holland America though is a good cruise line as well. I would take either on a cruise. I would probably choose Princess out of Alaska. Yep, and that's not knowing price or how long the cruise is or the ship in particular. That's just off the top of my head. John's got a question. Have you ever been a Southern Baptist preacher? Sometimes it sounds like it on your videos. It's awesome. John, I have not been a Southern Baptist preacher at all. I'm a believer for sure. I have preached as well. Preached to myself a lot, but preached to others. And been a motivational speaker and things like that. But it's a balance. It's a balance of you don't want to be the news anchor. You don't want to be so loose that you don't have credibility. You don't want to be so dry that no one watches you. So it is. It's a balance. It is. But hopefully my positivity comes out, and our desire to share the facts, and hopefully that's evident. Charles, my goodness, there goes my screen. I will give a free shirt based on a drawing for everyone doing a super chat. I think that's what that's supposed to be. We will be drawing based on super chats tonight. Drawing for a hoodie after tonight. That's huge. Charles, that is huge. So everyone who super chats tonight, and I can go through here, Charles, and write these names down. We can contact you on Facebook. But Charles, this is Charles here. Charles may be billing this to me, who knows, but Charles says, I will give a free shirt based on a drawing for everyone doing Super Chats. We will do a drawing tonight based on Super Chats, drawing for a hoodie after tonight. Our hoodies are awesome. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're awesome. I just have a shirt on because it's usually cold up here, but I usually need my hoodie up here. David, there we go. You should let them watch the kiddos. Amanda needs a break and deserves a break. David, you're exactly right, and you phrased that exactly as it should be. Amanda needs a break. Mamas are special. I tell Amanda that all the time. Mamas are special. They are. David, thank you for that super chat. Charles, thank you for that super chat and this opportunity here to give away a hoodie. You win the hood. If you win the hoodie, we'll work with you. Go on Spread Shop. You get to design it, choose your color, all that stuff. It is shipped to you. Charles, that is a good idea. I appreciate that very much, and that gives something back to those who are supporting us and our community for sure. Let me scroll back up here. So 4-day, that's what we were talking about right here. Let's see. Here it is right here. Maybe. Since you don't have to work tomorrow, it should be a 2-hour show, the Z Show says. I like that a lot. I do. Here's a 4-day. So Lynn loves a 4-day. Kendra, we will take another 4-day in May, trying to get off in Cozumel after a cruise to nowhere. I like that, Kendra. Trin, we will take care of Charles. We will, absolutely, always. Yes, Aaron is Kendall Jr. Aaron, I'm glad. She might still be on there, but she's not going to be the cruise director, at least. There goes my screen again. There it is. John, thank you so much, John, for that super chat. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate your involvement in our community and what we try to do. John's in it for the hoodie. I can tell you this. $19.99 is cheaper than what the hoodie cost for sure. So Amanda looks like she is keeping up with those names. Amanda, appreciate that very much because you know how crazy this thing is up here. It's hard to navigate. Things jump around all the time. Let's see who else on a 4-day. Kendra, it's easier to take 3 days off work versus 5 days with work. Yeah, that 5-day cruise starts on a Monday, so you got to take all week off. Sometimes we can even work Monday afternoon or late when you get home. I'm jealous of that for sure. David looks like he's been on a 4-day. Jason, I went on the Dream for a 7-day. Too much for me. I was missing my dogs on day 6. Last time I cruised, it was 2018. I could probably use a 7-day now. Jason, you're right about that. Get out there and do a 4 or a 5-day. So many cruise lines now have awesome ships, newer ships. I say newer, less than a decade old, that are taking these 4 and 5-day cruises. Lynn, I'm taking 3 4-days this year and 1 7-day. I love it. Julie, love the 4-day on the Breeze. Holly, 4 days on the Liberty. Moonlight, our first cruise was the 4-day on the Valor, which is out of New Orleans now. I love it. Robert, I've been on a 4-day, but I'm only an hour from Galveston. Robert, you were so lucky, my goodness. And I know in response, so many times I've said I'd love to live close to Galveston, or I'd love to live in Florida. And people say, well, why don't you move? You can move. It's easy. It is. Trend, 4-day cruises are great. It is, especially when you're on there, Trend. I can tell you that. Raymond's, they've done 2. It is a little short. It is. You got to know going in, what you're getting yourself into. It is short. I only do 6 days or more. Christy, that's where we were, and that's where we are most of the time. I want to build my days to get to the next level after gold. I know what you mean there. 4 is short. 5 might be okay, but we do most of the time 6 or longer. Jen, 4-day is great. Better without our kids. Exactly right. We're going on a 4-day in March, but then doing the 5-day right after. So that's awesome. A back-to-back 9-day cruise. That's going to be awesome. It is. Love the 4-day cruises since Anthony. It's easy to take off work. Paul, our first cruise was a 4-day cruise on the Imagination. Oh, my gosh. Back in 2012. How about that? You're welcome, Deanna. Raymond, maybe if we did 3 back-to-back. Yep. David, if I lived in Florida, I would do a 2-day cruise. I don't care. It's a cruise. That's right. Florida, they have 2 and 3-day cruises, which is awesome. I would go on those all the time. There goes my screen again. It blows up. Trent, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that so much, and I can tell you that Amanda does too. You guys know Amanda well enough. Amanda, when I get done with the show and I go downstairs, Amanda will say, Amanda's got a number of what has been declared hers, and I've got to pay that to her after the show. And what Amanda doesn't understand is that YouTube, of course, takes their cut of this super chat money, and I get a $10.99 that I pay taxes on. So I always try to tell Amanda it's not really X amount of dollars you think it is, but I don't win. You guys know I don't win. Steves, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that so very much. You guys, you're being so supportive. You are. My budgeting is looking better right now for the cruise coming up this week. I can't wait to go in 4 days. And you guys know, I've got everything packed and planned to go live. I've got the highest internet package, which on the Breeze does a pretty good job. I will go live in the mornings. Charles is always good about, hey, you got to get up and go, Derek. It's go time. It's go time. Even if we had a long night the night before, he's good. So Charles and I will go live in the mornings. I will go live during the day, especially on sea days, and show you around the ship. Gonna see if I can get an interview with Cookie as well. I've sent him a message, and if he will be still long enough, he said he would do it. So we're gonna see what's going on for sure. David, I appreciate that super chat so much. Again, just popped up on my screen for Derek's Drinking Fund. I appreciate that very much, and that'll buy me some Willie G's right there. Willie G's happy hour is really, really good. Let's scroll back up here and continue on. A lot of people go on 4-day cruises. I didn't think really that you guys did, but a lot of people said yes, I actually do go on 4-day cruises, and that's good. Trina, with Relaxed Kids rules, are they bringing back Seuss breakfast now? Not quite yet, but I bet by summertime, the Seuss at Sea breakfast, $5 breakfast, I bet it's back by summertime, which will be good. Jeremy, do you think they will change our itinerary? Still sailing to Cayman and Jamaica. I hope they don't. I think we will know. We're 27 days out. I think we'll know like in the next week. I really do. Ocho Rios they're accepting cruise ships, but it's like 1 or 2 a week, and it was supposed to be much more than that by this time. They've had an agreement with Carnival Corporation, not just Carnival Cruise Line, but the parent company. And they're just not accepting a ton right now. They're not. David. Oh my gosh, I love it, David. I love it. I get a super chat from David that will give me a half a drink and David takes care of Amanda, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Amanda's drinking fun again. She'll ask me to give that to her. When I get downstairs, I'm not lying. There's Michael. Michael, I appreciate that so much. You share, keep it up. You know that we will keep it up. And trying to deliver great content to all of you who are here. And there's a lot of people who are not here. It's still almost 70% of those who watch our content are not subscribers. And I understand how it goes. I'm on YouTube myself. I don't always subscribe, but it blows my mind that 70% are not subscribers, and I wish they'd be part of the community, and they will over time. But you guys will always be known as the original Islanders. You are the original Islanders. I love it. Let's scroll back up here and see what we got. Oh my goodness. So Charles is doing the drawing based on the amount or the more chat you do. If you're entered, the way I read it, if you super chat, you are entered, and Charles and or I will work with you to design it and purchase it and get it out. I like it. Mary, flights too expensive for 4-day. Mary, you're right about that. We've had some reward points that have helped out, but you're right. I probably wouldn't fly for a 4-day unless I had had points. Raymond, our first back-to-back was 14 days in the Mardi Gras. Good Lord, that is awesome. That's a bucket list for me. It really is. Howard going on a 7-day in March and a 6-day in May and an 8-day in October. Hope to enjoy each. Howard, I know you will do so most definitely. Charles, again, said any amount is valid. So thank you for clarifying, Charles. I appreciate that very much. Lynn, thank you so much for that super chat. So Amanda, Charles, make sure you get Lynn's name down there. And I appreciate that. Charles, my goodness. You are telling you, you're something else. There's friends, there's friends who become family. Charles and Rachel most definitely in both categories. I appreciate that so much, Charles, for that super chat. Thank you. I can tell you that right now. Lido Tito, Mr. Mike himself from the legendary Usnavi. Exactly right. Tell Usnavi, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate that so much. David again. David, thank you. You guys, goodness gracious, guys. I'm blessed. And it's not because of, I don't say that because the super chat's coming through. It just confirms what I know, that you guys trust in us and we're part of this community together. I love cruising with you. I love interacting with you every single day. David, thank you again for that. Yes, Amanda, you're always right. Always. You're exactly. Peggy, never been on a 4-day cruise. Shortest one has been 5 days, and you live in Florida. Thank you, Peggy, for that super chat and weighing in on that question. Charles, my super chat is for Amanda to get a massage while we are gone. Amanda actually does get a massage locally. She tries to once a month. And it's been more than that frequently. She deserves it, but Charles, she gets a massage locally here in town at least once a month. Rich, tithing to the Island Time Baptist Church. Rich, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it more than you know. You guys are awesome. You really are. You mean the world to me. I know Amanda said this Friday night, I spend a couple hours of my day every day trying to invest in our community, but I'm not the only one that does it. You guys do the same thing on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. I love it. I really do. I got to ask about Cozumel, okay? Our only stop on this 4-day cruise is in Cozumel. Jeremy, goodness gracious, I'm gonna have to give you a hug here March 19th. Tell you thank you. I appreciate that, Jeremy, so much. More than you know, I can promise you that. You guys are awesome. You really are. You leave me speechless. I can tell you that. And that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. I can guarantee you that. Amanda can tell you that. Rachel and Charles, Mike and Michelle, that doesn't happen. But I'm serious. It's unbelievable. Jeremy says, thanks for all that you do. Can't wait to meet you guys. I cannot wait to meet you either. I know that we'll be lifelong friends. That's how I met with Rachel and Charles, Mike and Michelle met last July. We talk every single day. It is. So, yes, David, thank you for the reminder. What do you do in Cozumel? What do you do? We're going to be there all day, 8 to 5, 8 to 6. I know some will say Mr. Sancho's. And I've got a couple other things that I do too, but there's so much. We've been probably 12 or 15 times. We do something different every time, but I know there's things that I'm missing out on, and I know that you guys know how often ships leaving from Galveston and New Orleans go to Cozumel, and ships leaving out of Florida. So all of us visit Cozumel. You know, I won't say just about every cruise, because some cruises go Eastern Caribbean and some go Southern. But what do you do in Cozumel? While you share what you do, I'm going to share what we're doing. We've got a group of 8 or 10 or 12, and we are indeed going to Mr. Sancho's next Saturday. I guess it is. I hope I bought tickets for the right day. I'm thinking about it now. Let's see, February, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 26th. We will be at Mr. Sancho's the 26th. Let's see what everyone else does right here. Oh, people are weighing in here. I love it. Let's see what we've got. Cozumel, as David said, is the best. Charles, thank you for pointing that out. Our Facebook page is always going. We're almost at 2,000 members. And if you haven't joined us on Facebook, do so. It's nice to wake up almost every single day and someone posts a picture because they're on a cruise ship and they're saying, good morning, I'm on the Vista, I'm on the Horizon, I'm on the Rotterdam, someone today said. So join our Facebook page if you haven't. That link is in the description, of course, of our videos as well. Mr. Sancho says Lido Tito and then Paradise. A lot of people forget about Paradise, but do not count it out. I'm telling you right now. Moonlight Adventures, Mr. Sancho's. Fred says Cozumel Paradise Beach, $51, food included, and the food is great at both of those places, at Paradise and at Mr. Sancho's. Yes, let's see. Scroll back up. We're jumping around. I want to try Paradise, David says. It is good. I need to go back there, honestly. We might do that. Well, we can't in March because we're going to have bubble excursions, but we will. I need to do that soon. We haven't been in several years. Christy said, rent a Jeep and explore the island. We did that back in 2019, and it was absolute best time. I have not thought about that. Did not know that. Didn't even know you could do that. Need to look that up. Kendra, get off the boat and go to Fat Tuesdays. You cannot beat that. I can promise you that. Who is the best cruise director in your mind? Edward says. That's a good question, Edward. It is. I've sailed with, boy, and this is hard too, because I used to say Mike Pack. Mike Pack was just awesome. He was, and of course, he's still with Carnival. He's in a new position. His wife Emma was great too, but I'd say the up and coming right now, and really, I think she's established herself really in what she does and what she wants her culture and theme to be. Is Kendall Fire, who's currently on the Vista, about to go to Mardi Gras for some training and go back to the Vista. She is awesome. She is. And no, I don't just say that because she's easy on the eyes. She's everywhere. And she'll stop and talk to you, and you look around and there she is. And then, and that might be in the morning time. Then at night, you're in another venue and there she is. You're like, oh my gosh, I've seen the cruise director twice in one day, and usually I don't see him twice the entire cruise. So Kindle Fire, and people love Cookie, who's on the Carnival Breeze right now. I've not sailed with Cookie. I've heard so many great things about him, so that we'll see kind of how he weighs in. I hear he's the same, very visible to everybody. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see about Cookie, but so many people love him. Let's see. Robert, I've never done that either. I've never done that. The Ziso says Three Amigos. Yep, you can't lose when you do that. Kendra says Passion Island. We've done Passion Island. We have not done Twister. We've done the catamaran, and Kendra, I didn't think about that. The Twister gets you there faster. If you have not been to Passion Island, that's where they literally, I'm not lying when I say this, that is where they film all of the Corona commercials. It is. Passion Island's where they film Corona commercials and have for a long time. Rich says Mr. Sancho's. Robert, Paradise Beach. Lido Tito, Dolphin Aries is a great time in Cozumel. Jeremy, let us know where you're headed in Cozumel. We're thanking Mr. Sancho's. It is Paradise. I agree with you, and Jeremy will keep you updated on that for sure as we finalize our plans. Fred's, forget Mr. Sancho's. Check out EECC Paradise Beach was last week. Yes, they were there. I saw that video. If you're looking for a fun couple to follow, their travel adventures, and my God, are they ever home? EECC Travels, they're so much fun to follow. I love them. It's a couple that travel together. They're travel agents, but they are awesome. It is. We can do Paradise for New Year's Eve. That's true. I forgot. We're going on the breeze again. New Year's Eve on a 5-day, I think it is. Let's scroll back up here. Derek, have you done parasailing? David says, I have not parasailed. I would. There was a time in my life when I would not have parasailed, but I would now. I would, most definitely. We'll see how they dunk me in the water, I guess, but I would. Lynn, I'm staying on the ship this time. I know how that goes. Sometimes we do that. Jason, when we went to Cozumel, we went to Amazing Secret River. I've seen that advertised, never done that. That's something that I need to do. It is. I see that, Mike. Your manager should be booking your tickets. I love it. I love it. Gail went to Mr. Sancho's from the Valor in December. Loved it. I did the 4x4 jet boat to Paradise Island. Static Tube says, we've had a lot of family and friends take the Twister and absolutely loved it. You're right, I don't like heights. And it's not even heights. It's the feeling in my stomach when I'm falling. I was in an airplane when I was 18 years old. We lost engine power flying to Romania, and we had an emergency landing, and that it's a long story. Of course, no English speakers on board. I didn't know if we're crashing or what's going on. We landed. We were okay, but there was a lot of that, the dips and falls, and ever since then, I just don't like that in my stomach. But I've ziplined. And I've done other things. I will do things, but I was in my shell after that in 2007, and now I'm starting to open back up. So trying to live life, right? That's what it's all about. Is sometimes trying things that are scared and trying things that you say I would never do that. Do it, conquer it. Peggy will be in Cozumel on 3/1 and trying the surf and turf. That will be awesome. The speedboat, yep. The pool at Paradise. You're right about that, Gina. It is awesome. Let's see, Lynn, I'm afraid of heights, but have done parasailing and loved it. How about that, Lynn? That encourages me to get out there and do it. The cruise world says Lee Mason is the most genuine, energetic cruise director I've ever sailed with. We have sailed with Lee as well, and I second that 100%. Lee is awesome, and just as you said, just a down-to-earth, will stop and talk to you and not always put on the character that sometimes is expected, with that position of cruise director. So I agree about that. Yes, Chris Williams, Swartz, awesome. And I've never cruised with Swartz, but I know that Charles is a big fan too of Swartz. Trent loves Lee Mason as well. Mike and TJ says Julie, Jen, best we've had is Cookie. So look at there. That's going to be interesting to see. We went to Bacanos and Cozumel, snorkel along the beach. Well, I love to snorkel and had a great lunch. Jason, we need to try that out. Gina, Matt Meacham, yep, will always be best cruise director. Wish he was still doing that. There are rumors. I don't want to throw it out there and it not be true, but Gina, there are rumors maybe that he's headed either he's headed back to cruise director position, or you remember when Mike Pack got his promotion? It said that he was co-fleet cruise director or, some title like that. Well, the other half of the co has not been announced yet. My theory was it was going to be Emma, his wife. There's been rumors that the other co is Matt. A big thing with Matt was he was tired of being gone all the time on the ship. He would love to be in the industry. I think that's proven with what he's doing now. But he doesn't want to be gone all the time, 6 months at a time. So maybe Matt comes back. He has a mostly land-based job. He'd still travel some on cruise ships. We'll see. We'll follow that, but it is a possibility. Don't want to get your hopes up, but it is what it is. Mary, last visit we hired a taxi and asked to learn about local life. Mary, we just did that in December and loved it. Lynn loves Cookie as well. So does Gina. Let's see. Lee Mason. Yep, Schwartz. J&S. Cookie is moving to the Horizon in August. He's an amazing cruise director. I'm so glad I get to cruise with him now. They say he's, top 2 or 3. He very well could be the cruise director of the Celebration or the Jubilee. I think, though, Kendall's a little bit above him as far as what corporate looks at right now, but who knows. Moonlight, has anyone been to Resorts World in Bimini? I have not, but maybe someone has. Christy, going on the Celebration for an 8-day December the 11th. Anyone else? I would love to go on the Celebration November 21st. That's my birthday. It's over Thanksgiving. But I know Amanda's here. Amanda, you heard that. And as you said, he will not parasail. I won't if I'm drinking water, okay? If I got a little something else, I'll probably get up there. Deal. Lee's on the Mardi Gras training with the Flying Scotsman, another one that I've not cruised with, but I've heard awesome things about. I would love to see his show. He is going to be great. Michael, I was in Cozumel a few weeks ago and had 3 Migos. It was good. A lot of people love the Twister. They do. Little Tito. We have him recorded saying that he will. Exactly. I'll do it. I will do it. Yep. And I'll have to record it. How about that? I'll record it when I go. We need Derek to film and do a cruise news while parasailing. David, that would be awesome. It would. I'd be scared to death, but I would do it, okay? I'm telling you that right now. I would be scared. I'm not going to hide that. Yes, I'm a manly man, but no, sometimes I don't hide my emotions. I can say that. The Cruise World, yep, Matt has been posting a lot of cruising-type messages on social media. That's exactly right, Cruise World. I think something is there. Don't know what the wait is in announcing it, but I keep watching. I'm doing the same thing. I've done parasailing. I'm a fat guy. I love every minute of it. I'm right there with you. Let's go. About 5 minutes left. If you want to super chat to be entered in for the drawing, thank you, Amanda, for the reminder. That's something we're going to do for Derek's drinking parasailing. It would take some liquid courage. I'm going to be honest with you. It would take some liquid courage to do it, but I would do it. I ziplined in Jamaica in the rainforest. It took some liquid courage, but I was able to do it. So David, there you go. You just bought some of that liquid courage right there. I've got to do it now. I think it's going to be a 2020 goal. This is still February. We still have 10 months left. I have 4 or 5 cruises booked, not much less. We may book something else. I'm going to have to parasail. But do I do it in the United States, like in Florida? Or do I trust somebody in the Caribbean, which it may be even safer to do it there than here? I don't know. I'll just say be sure you tie me up and clip me in. If not, I'm going to fall out of that thing. Jen, we're hopping on the Celebration 11, so November of 2023 for your 50th Any News on the neighborhoods yet. Not for the Celebration, and I've been surprised because the Celebration comes out, of course, November of this year, and they have some distinct neighborhoods like Emeralds is on Mardi Gras and Fortune Teller Bar, and some of those bars are on Mardi Gras, but they have not announced anything for Celebration yet. I bet you that's coming, though. Maybe they've been getting through all this CDC news and work, and maybe that's coming. I think it needs to come because that will boost sales, right? And they're going to boost sales for sure whenever they can. So maybe they'll announce it here pretty soon, Jen. We're all going to be watching that, most definitely. Korea says that would be nice if Matt comes back. I cruised with Matt and Cookie on the inaugural on the Vista, 11 days out of New York. I remember that cruise. I remember watching YouTube bloggers live going out of New York, which is another bucket list goal. I want to cruise out of New York, go by the Statue of Liberty. How awesome would that be? It really would. So here, before we get too late, I'm going to work on finding out about the mystery ship I mentioned at the beginning of the show. And I think we're going to hear, how about this? We know March 1st, Carnival is going to move their requirement of mask to recommendations. We cruise February 24th through the 28th. It's going to be interesting to see how hard they are on us and masks. I'm not saying that I don't wear one or I refuse to wear one. That's not the case at all. I will wear one no matter what they say on elevators and places like that. But I wear glasses most of the time. Okay, I work on a computer all day. And so I see a pretty sharp HD when I have my glasses on. I see okay whenever I don't have them on. But I prefer to wear them. They're comfortable for me. and wear the mask, it fogs up my glasses. So when I walk up and down the corridors, when I walk different places of the ship, I would prefer not to wear the mask. Really, it's because of my glasses. But we'll see what they say. You're going to go live with me, and I'll keep you updated, if there's still mask police or if they kind of have some flexibility. Because the cruise after hours, mask will be recommended. Yep. What a fast-moving hour. Sancho's is $60. I just booked a few days ago. You can book for $5 down online. Get your and used to you didn't have to do this. You need to do it now. If you know you're going to Sancho's, if you know 100%, I'm doing this. You can go to their website. You can reserve your spot for $5. They do sell out. They do sell out. They've grown so much over the years. So get your reservation for $5, and then you pay the rest when you get there. Okay, and if for some reason you don't go, they don't charge you. They don't store your card or something like that. You would lose your $5. But if you know you're going, yeah. And someone said it was, I think it's 60 because I paid $5 and $0.55 is what it said. Yep. They send you the confirmation email and everything. They do. They do. Let me invite all of you. For those that have not subscribed to Island Time, this is the kind of fun that we have on Sundays. We have it every day on Facebook, and of course, I try to share cruise news with you the best I can. And we do things different. We do. One example is the woman overboard situation on the Valor last week. A lot of people that I know, love, and respect, they cover that, and they do it for views, and we're always slow on stories like that. We try to do things the right way, and most of the time we do. Steven, thanks for another awesome show. Keep it going. Steve, you were the first one here. I appreciate you for being engaged and active. Christy, it was so much fun. The hour flies by. It does. Lito Tito, family, it's awesome to be a part of the community. Met some great people here. Can't wait to meet many of you face-to-face soon on a cruise ship, and that will happen. It will. Charles echoes the same thing. Love the Island Time family, and we will reach out to the winner tomorrow. And Charles, we can coordinate that. I can even share that on the show tomorrow. We could do that. And someone's about to have some new Island Time swag. If you want some swag, go to our spread shop. There should be, I think, 15% off is what they're running right now. As Gina says, have a great week. Paul, you get my glasses. Yep. Moonlight with amazing time snorkeling at Mr. Sancho's. Large fish. We think they feed them. Yeah, they might. Ronnie, thank you so much for that comment. Mary as well. Guys, I hope you have an absolutely good week. For those of you not working tomorrow, get out and do something. If you can, do something for someone else. Also, if you can. And those of you who have to work, I'm sorry. We will have a Island Time Cruise News show. Amanda's off work tomorrow. Maybe she can be on the show with me. I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for showing us love, through being here, and those of you who sent super chats. It's beyond words. I can't say thank you enough. Have a great week, and we will see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.